Looks like we are live and direct.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's Leads Over Lunch. We are so excited to be back with you again. And okay, first of all, I did say welcome, but I got to say, I'm still mad at Ryan again. Now, this week I'm mad for a different reason, right? Last week I was mad because he came on with the shirt, and I'm like, I don't have a shirt, right? And he comes on the screen and he has the whole background with the funnel doctor. I'm like, really? Really, Ryan? You couldn't clue us at the end. All I got is a bookshelf and a Monji doll. What's up? Right?
Sorry about that. I had it on yesterday, experiencing, trying some different things out. And I really forgot that I still had it up when I got on today.
Oh man.
But I think I might start doing this more.
I love it. I love it. So, hey, folks, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this live, drop some emojis, some love. Let us know that you are here. If you're watching this during the replay, just use hashtag replay to let us know that you are checking us out. And today, I'm excited because we're going to be talking about Instagram. And we have been bringing you real conversations with real entrepreneurs talking about how they use different platforms in their business. We've talked about Canva. We talked about the 360 platform with Sam Genius. So we've got all kinds of people that are coming in that are really actually doing this stuff, not people that are talking about it or writing blogs like they're doing it, but they're really not doing it. We are bringing you actual live entrepreneurs who are using these strategies in their business. And we have an amazing couple, an amazing story for you today that we can't wait to get into. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves in just a minute. But I want to do a little bit of house cleaning. So for all of you that are here, I want to make sure that you have signed up for the 5-day Fix My Funnel Challenge that starts on Monday. All right. We have been doing giveaways. We have almost 300 people signed up for this. And our tripwire that we have been using for this, I think we're almost at like a 30-40% rate of people that are buying the tripwire, which if you
Yeah,
haven't gotten that sales planner, you want to check it out. Right.
definitely. I think it's definitely at like at least 40% or more.
Yeah. So it's good stuff. You're going to need that for what we've got coming up over the next 5 days, starting on June 1st. So I want to spend the bulk of our time today talking about Instagram with our amazing guests. I'm going to let them give us their pitch like we do with all of our guests. But we are going to be talking with Stephanie and Keyon of Vegan. What? Did I say it right? Vegan what?
Vegan what?
And how we usually start up these conversations again, for those of you who are new to this, and you can tag people in, invite them to the group. For people that need these kind of real conversations, these are unscripted, real life conversations with real entrepreneurs. And we do this because we want to keep it 100%. I don't do a lot of fluff. Right. We are all help and no hype. And so we ask our entrepreneurs that, come on, give us your pitch. Tell us about your business, what you do and why you do it. And then we're going to have a real conversation about how to use Instagram to generate leads. So Stephanie and Keyon, give us your pitch.
Hey, I'm Stephanie from Vegan What?
And I'm Keyon.
And this is my husband and my tech guru help. and what I do is share recipes. I share vegan recipes, and I just really show people how to simplify veganism. A lot of people don't know much about veganism or where to get started, and I show them how to do that with basic steps. And I use ebooks. We use dope meal planner. We have all
shirts.
Yeah, we have shirts. It's like all encompassing, and we really just like simplify it and break it down. And then we also have an Instagram component where I show people how to grow their Instagram accounts using just basic tools and steps. So we've got two things going on. And then with the help of my husband, he's my tech, so he helps with all the background stuff.
Love it. And I'm excited about this conversation because you probably have seen this too. People say, I use Instagram. I say, what's your social media strategy? They say, I'm on Instagram. And when I ask them, what does that really mean? Like, do you actually generate leads from Instagram? No. They spend like all day posting on Instagram and using the filters, and I'm doing a story, but they don't ever really turn it into anything. And so I know that you all have managed to do that really well. So I couldn't be more excited about this conversation about using Instagram to generate leads. So let's start at the beginning of this. What led you to use Instagram?
Well, actually, I took a YouTube, I was like in a little mini YouTube mastermind, and they had us do an Instagram challenge, which is really funny. And I partnered with like the two people that were leading it and somebody else. And we, like, our strategy was to post, like, we're going to do giveaways at the beginning of January, and it was like a health challenge. And so we were like posting every day and just getting people to participate. And we reached out to companies and got them to sponsor our weekly giveaways. And that just really like opened my eyes to really like selling and partnering with companies. I had never done that before. I didn't really know anything about Instagram. And they kind of pulled us aside and said, like, hey, you guys have like nobody on your pages. We really need you to step it up and post like multiple times a day to get engagement. And by doing that, I was like, well, maybe I can really like use this and like share my story and share my recipes, because I was on Facebook and I did not want to migrate over to Instagram. But with this challenge, it really pushed me to do that. And before I knew it, it just like started to grow. And it was something that I was really enjoying and sharing.
Yeah.
So I know people are like wondering, and this is the question that we always have. So what kind of results did you see when you started? You know, everybody has a beginning place, but
right.
What kind of results did you start to see? And when did you say, hey, I might be onto something?
Well, it started slow. Just for anybody out there, it's no overnight success here at all. Like, it started slow. And my photography has gotten so much better, but I was taking pictures with my phone, and our phones from like 4 years ago were like
not the phones we have now.
Yeah. And it was a lot of like trial and error, and I was just posting and trying to make stuff look good. I was looking at other people's accounts, what they were doing. I started to like really study it and what hashtags people were using, who people were following. And it started at a slow pace, but before I knew it, because I was connecting with so many people and really engaging with my audience and really enjoying it and having fun and creating, it did pick up, and it went on an incline. So it started slow, it's like that roller coaster when it starts slow, but then it went down like super fast. And I started picking up a bunch of like a great community. So
yeah, that's great. And just so we have some context on here for people that are watching, how many followers do you have across like all your Instagram pages?
Well, I have multiple accounts now. I started with just the one, the Vegan What, and that's at 186,000 now. I have to say 1,000 because like Lamar gets me every time. I was like, 186, and he was like,
right.
no, you need to tell them
right.
there's a K after that. So, and then I have share accounts. So if you're not familiar with that, the feature accounts, I just have accounts that just feature other people's content. And since I'm vegan, I share, like, my feature accounts share vegan recipes. So they make sure I find other people's accounts that have really good, yummy recipes. I tag them, post their recipes, and that's all those accounts are for, just sharing other people's content. So it's 186,000 on Vegan What, and then the other ones, I don't know. It's
it's like a little syndication of accounts, and they like specifically like touch on different niches in the realm of veganism.
Yeah.
So like one of the other accounts is like 160 or 170.
Well, my main share account is higher than my Vegan What account now. It's like 187,000. So, and then there's like one at 41,000, and then the other ones are smaller. So they're still growing.
That's incredible. So you found a way to do it once and then replicate it over and over again. And so listen, for all of you who are like jealous now, you're like slobbering, like, oh, I want that too. Listen, we have a great offer. She has a giveaway that we're going to share the link in the comments that you can get so that you can start getting some of these tips. We're also going to share links to their group so you can connect with them as well on the whole vegan thing. So hang on to your hats. We got it coming for you. So, talk to us about some of the mistakes that, you made early on when you were trying to grow and it was slow in the beginning. Like, what were some of the mistakes that you all made?
We definitely didn't have a strategy, especially as far as business. I kind of knew that I wanted to use this as a business, but I really didn't know where to start. And we had like no strategy. Especially before we joined the mastermind, we had like no strategy. I was just growing this account and just growing it. And then I was kind of partnering with companies, but not really knowing like
how to monetize
it with my audience. Right. So I when I first started, I was posting every single day. And then I was also like taking the pictures, like making the recipes, taking the picture, editing the pictures, posting the pictures, doing the hashtag. It was like exhausting. And so I had to create a strategy as far as posting. So I created like a schedule and like picked a day for and did my bulk shooting, and then had it scheduled for the week. So that helped a lot. And then when we once we started to get at a nice size, when we joined the mastermind, we had to create something to sell our audience. So then I created an ebook. But before that, we had like no strategy, and it was
collecting leads.
Yeah, we weren't collecting leads. Nope. I had like no idea how to do any of that, and so we weren't collecting leads. And I was like stringing myself out by like not having a schedule. But then I got the schedule. And then we created something to offer our audience. So
didn't have a funnel.
I had no idea what that was when we started. So
yeah, it's a lot of trial and error. But like, if we take what we learn now, and like that's the awesome thing about her being able to build the system the way she did, because like now we can build and spin up these other accounts and use those tactics to actually like generate leads. So like that's actually what the other account has been doing. It's been like slowly creating leads. We didn't set it up as well as we should have, but like it's still generating leads. And like that's what we want to eventually do, is like use this process to spin up more accounts and generate more leads.
I love that. I love it. And I love, so there's an organic process to this, right?
Yes, this is all very organic.
The hard way.
But organic is great if it leads to strategy. And that's, I think a lot of people miss that step. Like they just keep doing organic. And I don't even know if it's like even organic has a strategy, but they do is kind of just messy, right?
Yes. Yeah, it started out very messy. It was very messy.
It's a very messy strategy.
And that's also, important because like you said, you see so many people, Instagram influencers, people with tons of followers and likes and comments and stuff like that, but not enough people actually use that as a strategy to monetize. Right. Have them turn to leads, put them on their list, have them become customers. Because it was something that I saw not too long ago. It was I think it was a woman that had like many million followers.
It was like millions. Yeah.
Like millions of followers on Instagram, and she couldn't sell like 35 products of something she was selling.
It was t-shirts.
T-shirts, something like that. So you got millions of followers, but you can't sell 35 t-shirts. Just really speaks to the point of like, that's okay. That's step one, to get followers and likes and comments. But you definitely want to have number one, an engaged audience, and then actually have those people become leads and customers, take them up the rest of your funnel. Just getting the social media following is just, an important part, but that's just one part of it.
Yes, it's definitely one part.
So how did you get from Instagram to having them join your email list so that they could become part of your funnel? What was your strategy for that?
So we had to.
Well, it took some influence because like just like how she said, we had kind of like got ahead of ourselves, and like she built these massive pages, but we didn't have like a mechanism in place to actually like take them from off of the Instagram platform, which like you all talk a lot about, is taking people from off the platforms and like putting them into a platform that you control in like a little bit more of a, higher fashion. When it comes to like what we're doing, we're like just putting them through a funnel. And like in the funnel, like right now, one of our top lead generating funnels for her vegan web page is her mini cookbook. And the process of the mini cookbook is like, it's an ebook.
It's a free ebook.
It's a free ebook that we give them, which leads them down our funnel to the Dope Meal Planner, which is a plant-based subscription service that teaches you how to cook plant-based meals. And you can organize your meal planning. You can have groceries delivered to you through the platform. And we're just trying to help people like, with their vegan journeys. So it all started off with like, something as simple as an ebook. And like we go through Fiverr and get stuff done on Fiverr. We use Active Campaign to deliver our emails to people. Yes, we're very big fans of Active Campaign. And we keep it low tech when it comes to the landing pages. So we do Divi and WordPress and keep it moving.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. And keeping it simple and keeping it scalable. You chose platforms that let you scale, doesn't lock you in. So that's great. And talk to me about the mini cookbook. So is it a mini cookbook and it's for vegan recipes, or is it just like general recipes?
No, it's vegan recipes. Anything I put out, it's going to be completely vegan. So people know that like ahead of time. But we also have like a mini overnight oats cookbook. So we just spin out like little like mini cookbooks. So they're like just a few recipes to get people in.
Right.
And then we'll offer them something bigger at the end. So we had like a full overnight oats ebook to as they went through the mini oats ebook funnel. And then we offered them like, hey, I think it was only like 3 recipes. Hey, if you enjoy these 3 recipes, why not get 30? And then so we put them down there. So I think we have like 2.
Yeah, we have 2 on vegan what. We have 2 funnels on vegan what. And then on one of her other share pages, we spun up another because we started learning about systems. So like once you build one system, it's usually pretty easy to replicate that to another system. Yeah. So what we did was we took that same kind of funnel, added a new lead magnet, which is another ebook, and now we have it on the share page also. So like that's generating leads also. And we have them going down funnel to help that process of us getting some more money to help maintain that stuff, because like in a lot of cases, like you're paying for services and it's just like, why am I paying for the service and I'm not using the service? So like that's helping us pay for the active campaign. It's helping us pay for the hosting. Good thing we have Divi. We don't have to pay for that anymore. It's one and done. But a lot of the other things, like, you have all these reoccurring fees, but like if you have a small funnel to help you pay for that kind of stuff, then like helps offset that stuff. So, and you get leads in the process too.
Yeah.
And they forgot to mention they have a dope e-commerce t-shirt store as well. Black Wealth Mafia, y'all got tens of thousands of followers on that. I shop all the time. Actually, something new.
But we use the tactics though. We use the tactics in order to help grow that page. And like, I was difficult in the process of growing that page.
He was difficult. But he finally listened and learned. He took my Instagram strategies.
Right.
He was able to grow his page.
And there's to an extent, a funnel behind that too. Ryan's been through that funnel. So like we offer a free discount code.
He has a really great ambassador program with his shirts. So yeah, we just really we had to learn the hard way, but eventually we learned and developed some strategies.
That's great.
Well, now you get to monetize some of those strategies too. And the reality is that you actually have done it. You're not just somebody telling somebody what somebody told you, but you have actually done it. I heard a lot of things that you said. I want to point out that your mini cookbooks actually help you segment your audience.
Yes.
And then they all direct to what the big thing is, which is the Dope Meal Planner, which is the subscription service. A lot of people will create like opt-in offers or lead magnets that have nothing to do with the end result that they want people to buy. And so that's a real big disconnect, but you've got that together. You've got the mini cookbooks that lead to the Dope Meal Planner. And then you've got multiple funnels because you're segmenting audiences. I might not be interested in overnight oats, but I might be interested in something else. Right. So you're catching all of those people. So that's just brilliantly done.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's all been a process, and it's still a work in progress. Because like, when it comes to like what we do, when it comes to the back end stuff, like, it's always work in progress, constant tweaking, testing, and just seeing how to get people through and, segmenting. And that's where, what's awesome about what you all do is like, helping people figure that out, especially like when it comes to Ty and the quizzes, Ryan, when it comes to ClickFunnels and all the awesome stuff behind that. Like you got to split test stuff and you got to learn, how to optimize those pages. And to be honest, that's something we're still like going through the process of doing and trying to learn, is just trying to optimize those pages to actually like, help those tripwires trip. So
I love it. So we got Dino in the room and Kundan and
what's up, Dino?
Dino said, anything for those that are veganish.
Yeah, we have plenty of stuff for people who are veganish. You don't have to be vegan to come on over to Vegan What.
And that's my story. Like I'm the veganish one. So I'm not completely vegan. I'm flexitarian is like what I like to call it. So I eat whatever tastes good.
Well, he has like a bunch of different names, and that he helped come up with our name for our Facebook group, for our vegan Facebook group. It's VIP, so it's Vegan in Progress. So you need to join because we make it like you don't have to be vegan to be a part of the group or get the information, and we just want to make sure that you have the information, recipes to enjoy, stuff you might not have heard of that you want to try out. So we just make it very simple for people.
Yeah, I love it. And I want that flexitarian shirt. Like, I like that.
That's a work in progress. We got a vegan-ish shirt.
Yeah. We do have a vegan-ish.
I love it, love it, love it. Hey, Ryan, I'm going to let you, jump in with a few questions. I'm actually putting the link to the group in the comments. If you're watching this, you can find out how to get into VIP, Vegan in Process. And I'm also going to put the link to this amazing giveaway that she has. It's Crush It on Instagram Posting Strategy. So make sure you check both of these resources out.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, mommy, my questions are, back to, I guess we were talking about in the beginning is, for those that have pages with like few thousand on, I think my page has like 4,000 and some change. I'm trying to get it to 5 and 10,000. I really want to get it to 10,000 more so I can do the swipe up in the story.
Yeah.
Like I'm jealous of y'all. I'm definitely jealous of that. I'm gonna be honest. But like, what, like more tips and strategies for us that are really trying to grow our pages and, get bigger pages as far as like when to post, what to post, get more video views, IGTV, how that plays a part into it, the stories and using like small business sticker or, something like that. What are some more tips and strategies and hacks? So like, and this is for me as well, to really grow our pages so we can get, more following, because I know like me, a lot of people in here, it's really about getting your message, your product or service, what you believe in out to more people. Us as entrepreneurs, I can probably speak for everybody else on this call as well. We're not just driven by the money. Yeah, we want to make money. Yeah, we want to build massive businesses. But at the same time, we want our message to get out to more people, and using these social media platforms like Instagram help us do that. So how do we get more of a following?
Yes, I'm glad you brought up the stickers and stuff in Instagram stories. Always, like, if you're going to be on Instagram, you need to be on Instagram and pay attention to whatever Instagram's doing, because anytime they have like a little sticker thing for Instagram stories, so if it's like the small business thing, or if it was like when
just stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe. When this pandemic started and they started having little stickers for you to use for that, use them. Use them, because I know that like anytime they post those and you use them, your stories go to like thousands, because they're putting it in like a main like sticker story thing, and then they share it across all of Instagram. So you're not just hitting your audience, you're hitting all of Instagram pretty much, or anybody who's like looking at that little sticker thing when they first get on their stories. So make sure you're using anything that they post. Make sure you're using video, make sure you're using IGTV. I would definitely say video content is like king. Definitely make sure you're posting video content. You get way more views, and it's easier to like spread and share, and your engagement goes up more when you use video. And make sure when you're using video that your cover photo for your video looks good, because if it's just like you like off to the side and stuff, not everybody's going to want to post that, like click on that. So make sure your cover like looks good, an enticing thumbnail. Yeah, so when they're swiping, they see it and they're like, oh, what's that? And they click on it, so you get more views. Definitely engage with your audience. Like you can't just post and then disappear like for the rest of the day.
Don't ghost your followers.
Yeah, do not ghost your followers. If you want them to engage with you, you have to engage with them. So making sure that you're like engaging with your audience, thanking them for like liking your posts or leaving comments, and if you do have time, like 5 to 10 minutes, any of your audience who's commenting, who's taking the time to comment on your post, go to their posts and see what they're doing. If they're not private, go to their posts, like and comment on their posts, because they're gonna really like enjoy that, and they're gonna be like, oh, this person cares about me. They're not just like using me for a follow. They're interested in me as well, so they're gonna stay connected with you. So I definitely would recommend like engaging with your audience, using video content, and whatever Instagram posts, anything new that they're trying out, use it, because it's kind of like beta testing. Like you're going to be the first case study, and you're going to be like the first person that gets seen the most. So use anything that they bring out, that they roll out.
I love that, and you're highlighting the fact that it still is, even if it's Instagram, it's still all about engagement and connecting to people. And so people lose that sometimes and just think, I'm just going to post my quotes, or I'm just going to post my selfies. It really does come back to building those relationships.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask about ads on Instagram, because that's been a question that's come up. Everybody has been talking about Facebook ads, and from what I'd heard, that the debate was out whether or not Instagram ads had any real impact. So have you explored that? Have you seen any results from that?
We've tested it.
We've dabbled
yeah.
a little bit in Instagram ads, and it hasn't performed as well. Just because like Stephanie has pages that are just so big, and like, and it comes back to us not having like as good of Facebook training as we would like.
Yeah.
So we need to get a little bit more spun up on Facebook ads training, Instagram ads.
Mhm.
We have noticed like, so like there's kind of like two different realms when it comes to ads, because like there's like utilizing the share pages. So like that's one way that we've like actually like used ads in the past, and like you pretty much like you'll reach out to a share page or a page that's like really big in your niche, and you can get like swipe up stories, and like those are usually pretty cheap, and you probably get some return on investment in some cases. It's kind of like here or there, but
it's kind of like Facebook ads.
yeah,
I mean, you're
just,
like,
you're testing. Yeah,
if you're not completely familiar with it, it's kind of like a gamble.
Yeah.
So you can go like the Instagram ads route, but you can also go, like you said, through share pages. And what they do, since they are just share pages, they offer like space on their page. So they sometimes do like 12-hour posts or 24-hour posts, and you can promote your product or service. And so you can go that route. And sometimes it generates good leads. I mean, especially if they have your audience,
Right.
It's like direct connection without having to like test and see. Like, you know, with Instagram ads, it's like hit or miss. You're just not sure. But if you see a feature page that has your audience, then go for it. Like and then they're relatively affordable. Some of them like know their worth and they're going to charge you a lot, and some don't. And they'll be like really cheap and affordable. And you can go test both, I would say. Test the cheapest one first, and then go to the bigger one. And if you know, like, this is my audience, I would definitely recommend checking those out and doing like a paid post to see how that works out for you.
Yeah, I love that. I'm wrote that term down, like the shared pages, because I hadn't heard, or featured account. I hadn't really heard that term before. So thank you for sharing that. We got a couple of questions. Kundan says, how do you grow slowly and steady with quality aligned followers as a private account instead of a public account?
Make it public.
Yeah, you need to make it public.
yeah. It was something we were talking about earlier. I was going to address that because like a lot of people tend to have like private pages and like expect like public type followers.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to be very difficult to like really grow your page because like they don't really give you a big opportunity. Like you only have like that little snippet of like being able to post a link and then like the description of like what your page is about. And like unless you have like another page and actually a way to funnel them to that private account, it's going to be very difficult to actually like get them onto that private account if you don't have any other ways of getting them onto that page. So
right. So I would recommend that. Like if you have like a public page and you're trying to use this private account for like maybe like a private Facebook group or something, you're trying to use it like that, then I would have the public page driving them to the private page. So at least they know who you are, what kind of content you post, and then they'll be like, okay, but if you just have private, like I don't know what you're posting and I'm not gonna like start following you and you post crazy stuff.
Right.
So
Good. And somebody said, where do you find Instagram stickers?
In your Instagram stories.
Yeah, that's a feature that's only available in the Instagram stories. So if you go into stories and then you go to add like different things to the stories, you'll see it there.
You'll just swipe up and it'll say like sticker.
Yeah. The folks, like a lot of us, and I had to learn this too, but there's a big difference between just your regular post on Instagram and then stories and then IGTV. So you've got these little segments that you really want to explore. It's kind of like Facebook and how it does like your public profile, your business, and your groups, right?
Yep, because not everybody is going to see your Instagram feed posts and not everybody's going to see your story posts. So you want to make sure you're doing both.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're almost to the end of our time. This has been so much fun. I have loved this conversation. We've got the links to your free offer and we've got the links to your group down in the comments. What's the last thing that you want to share, with our audience about Instagram as we wrap up our conversation today?
I just want to remind people that Instagram, especially now, I don't like right before like all of this chaos started happening, Instagram had like a daily I'm like I think it was like 1 billion people were on Instagram daily. So I can't imagine what it's like now. So now is a good time as any to get on Instagram and start growing your following. That's a huge audience to tap into. And I would just say, be consistent with it. Like, even if it's like 10, 15 minutes a day, post and make sure you're engaging with your audience, and then go into the Explore tab and start finding new accounts to like and comment with. Just make sure you're engaging. And I feel like that's what Instagram is all about, because they want to keep their engagement up. So the way that you keep their engagement up, it'll keep your engagement up, because they want to keep people on their platform. So if you can do that for a long period of time, you'll start to rise and you'll start to grow your audience. So make sure that you stay consistent and stay connected.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, definitely download their Instagram, crush it on Instagram posting strategy, and be consistent. And tell us, this Dino's question, this is my question too. Like, so what's next for Vegan What? Like, what do you have going on? Are you selling anything right now? Promoting anything? Like, what's going on in your community right now?
Right now, we're sticking with our leads generation. We do have something big coming up. We can't really dive into yet, but you'll be the first to hear about it.
Stay tuned.
But on the Instagram strategy side, we are going to be doing some classes to really help people grow their accounts. But for Vegan What, please stay tuned, because we have something big coming up.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, yes, definitely keep us posted about Vegan What, and also definitely about, the Instagram. I think you've got a lot of folks who are really going to be interested. They're going to follow you, but they're also going to be interested in learning more from you, how they can use it to grow their list. I know Ryan and I are really going to be following you, continuing to follow you as well. Ryan, any closing thoughts?
Thank you guys for coming on. This was a great conversation. It's tons of nuggets. I see people coming in a little bit late. Make sure you go back and watch the replay. Everybody else that watches on replay, type #replay. Make sure you join their community, be a part of their community, and also get their free offer that they're offering you. Make sure you take advantage of that. Also, if you have not already signed up for the free 5-day Fix My Funnel Challenge, make sure you sign up for that. It's totally free. 5 days of nuggets on funnels, traffic, copy, all that type of stuff. So make sure you sign up for that. But I just want to thank our guests for being here. This was a great conversation today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, everybody, we're getting ready to do, we're getting ready to close it out. Thank you for your time and attention, whether you're watching live or you're watching later. We totally appreciate you, because we know there's a whole bunch of other stuff you could have been doing with your time, but you chose to spend it with us. So we thank you. And until next time, be brilliant, be bankable, and show up like a boss in your business. We'll see you online.
Bye, everyone.